Hi, I am going to attempt to do a reading. Goes with my cedar there. And see what happens. Little reading for Derek Chauvin going into prison. I'm kind of curious, like, what that will be like for him. He looked completely dazed and shock. And I didn't catch it at first, but I saw the still of one of the pictures that I had put in my community tab post. And I was like, yeah, oh my God, I can see it, because I didn't really look. I was really busy, but in looking back at it, I see what they're saying. There is a vacant look there. It's like, whoa. So I'm going to see what's going on there, or I'm going to try to. I'm going to ask Spirit to help me, to bless me to read accurately and clearly how things will go for Derek Chauvin. He will go to prison. I don't know what the sentencing will be like, but how will that go? I'm just going to let Spirit tell us what we need to know, what's really the key thing. Okay, I'm going to use a Celtic Cross. I just kind of like its frame for general purposes right now. Let's see. Okay, well, this is him. I do believe he is a water sign. In fact, I think he had, from what I remember looking at, I think he has so much water and not much else to stabilize that. There's something I remember, like, I'll have to see if I can find that, and I'll put the link, or what the heck I'm thinking about, in the description box, okay? But I know he's a water sign, so it's like, there he is. Okay, he is in shock. He is disassociated from his reality, from his now. I think it's like shell shock. He just is disassociating. I don't think he's aware that he's doing it either. Really deep. Pretty it's like, it's a trauma for him. That's what you're seeing. It's stupid what he did, and it's continuing to have a stupid effect. But that's what your actions come back to bite you in the ass, and this is what he deserved. He was foolish. It looks like, that it's based on being a fool, and based on taking a very high risk and acting in a high risk manner. And in that high risk manner was putting his knee on George's neck and not letting up. Even as George was calling for his mother, this man didn't, automatically, somebody did that, holy crap. I know that they're used to people trying to play games and like, oh, that's hurting it, too tight. But that was a different sound, and he was completely tuned out from that, and that's scary. That was a basic primal human call, distress. This is the battery. This is the excess of a use of power and causing damage that crowns him with that Nine of Wands. Excessive force. That's fitting. This is the death and the end of his own career and his life in a lot of ways. It's finality and an end of he brings the end of, I think, less accountability. Not just less, but really virtually none, that really is effective, that is a real sentence, and he will catch a real sentence. He will. I can feel it, but let's go ahead. Here's the Queen of Cups. Okay. That's a female coming into his near environment. I don't know if this is somebody related to him or what, or somebody that's going to be an activist for him, or like one of the Republicans, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm just throwing a guess out there. Who would support him? And right now, there's a lot of Fox Newsers losing their cool over the over the declaration that he was guilty, found guilty. Chauvin. Here's another woman. What about these? Who are these women? And he's thinking there's two women. There's one of fire sign, one of water. Let me just continue to lay this out. In the environment is the Nine of Cups. And that is it's privilege. And it's a bit smirky. I think it's the satisfaction that the populace has that he's behind bars. Definitely, actually. Now when I just relax and I go to it. I'm still not sure about the feminine here aspect. But just let me relax and look at it. It might pop out at me. And the hopes and fears. We have victory. He would like to be able to be set free, declared clear of this. He wants to, for him, it's important that he's going to be seeking to have this overturned or appealed, this kind of crap. I can see it right here with this card. He wants to win, and he does not want to let this go, despite people being very satisfied. These could be also George's, I don't know, mother, sister, something like that. But I see two women in the near future coming forward, and there's just something about this that's somehow, I guess, the cards want to relay. Final end result is him having to think fast and wake up. He's going to be trying to take action. So I think this could be, for all I know, these women could be people that will be helping him because he's kind of shocked. That's for sure. He's definitely like this, just this whole thing here around him is like a bomb went off. And he's just numb, absolutely numb. And it's by his own actions. He has no one, the cards say he has no one to blame but himself. Okay? I was getting something here. I feel like this woman could be connected to George. She may not be completely happy exactly either. But somehow she's going to be coming up into the near future. It's her. So she's going to have I think, going to let him know that if he tries, I think this is further what will happen. I think George's relatives will make it clear that, particularly, I think the women in the family, matriarchs, I feel that they won't want this to, that they're determined it be a certain account, that it be right. And they're right. I agree with them. This is like dreams. daydreams. This is fantasy at this point, I think, for him. Yeah, it's the fantasy he has. It shows me, this is, okay. It's telling me he has fantasies of domination. There's a great sense of power that he takes it too far. He thinks that he has absolute power. He's absolutely right in his assessment. I don't think this is saying he's never going to think that he did anything wrong. I think he's going to feel like he didn't anyway. But it shows he's overbearing and he's deluded. Really deluded, which I did get when I looked at, when I looked at his chart, I got such a hit. There was so much water, it just felt so unsteady. Yeah, there's the water again, okay. His feelings, his emotions, he is a very emotional man, Derek Chauvin, extremely. So don't think that this isn't affecting him. He is being affected. He is overwhelmed right now. He is shut down. And I think, he's on autopilot. And I think there's going to be active situations where we hear from women, I think in George's family perhaps, but I don't know. We'll just keep an eye out. And I think there's shared information that he has this hang-up of being all powerful. Putting on the uniform and transforming into this other identity, I think. That's what it feels like. This is about choices. His choice and reactive. What is his reactive choice? And I feel like that shows that his choice was to go overboard. So there's looking at that. Out of all the choices, that's the one that he grabs to, thinks is the right thing to do. What he did. He has a lot of pride. He thinks he's really intelligent, and that people just don't understand him. And, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups. He'll have support. Chauvin will have support. And there will be people that come to him, I think, probably out of the Trump camp and what have you, that still want to make trouble and offer support and let him know you're not alone. I see this kind of thing. They come to visit him. I see they give maybe even some money. Somebody could be sending some for his commissary. He really lives. The energy I'm totally getting from him is that kind of channeling him. He's very dreamy and he's very fluid. Just kind of, it's strange. His thoughts are everywhere though. He's not well grounded. And I'm going to close it out from here because it's just kind of uncomfortable for me because he's so ungrounded. It's like being out just with so much water. There's no sense of real stability. It just shifts around. It's kind of strange. There's the deceit. This is a card usually of theft or deceit or holding something back. And this is to do with perhaps the police force. I don't know. Father, maybe figure also. Could be withholding some information, but I don't know they're withholding. But there's some kind of secretiveness here. It definitely could even be the secretiveness of the police and it's the body itself as an organization, represented by the authority card of the emperor, collectively. He's going to try to fight this, and I think because he's going to be coached, offered a direction to try to appeal this, and that's where he will, like, he's obsessive, so I think he'll totally, like, he's like a jellyfish. I think he'll just totally, like, kind of float and blob over there. It's very strange, this man. It's like nobody I've ever kind of read on. His energy's very strange. There are people that, this is a woman I feel like that they're going to send, I think, women also over to talk to him. The staunch Republican Trump loyalist bunch. And who will vocally also cheer him on or support him. And I think this is where he will, and I think financially, but they're going to want him to give a certain narrative, to have a certain narrative. I don't know what that is. But I feel like there's a manipulation angle here, like this woman's wanting him to do something a certain way, or she's going to control how it's done. That's what I'm feeling with regard to him. And this is an energy that picks up, and I feel like he's trying to balance. He's mentally not, he's so charged up. What I'm getting is he can't kind of, like, I think, de-escalate. This calls like, hey, we need something to help this guy to deal. He's way too revved up. So they're trying, I don't know if there's medication or something. Just look at that. Yeah, I feel like there's also, he's being coached to create a story of some kind. Or have a certain narrative. A lot of big money. Look at that. 10 of Pentacles. They're going to, I think, use him as a football. Like a political football. The Republicans. You Democrats, you guys, he was a cop. And, I don't know. They'll come up with something. It definitely looks like they're cooking something up, and they're going to want him to go along with it, and they'll support him. And I think he's got nothing else to do, and certainly wants to get out. So I think he will throw himself into working with them. And I see them on the sly supporting him. Money, there'll be money in his commissary. This is a Wheel of Fortune. Something comes in to change this, though. What is that? And it is somehow about financial reassessment here. So they might get in trouble for giving money to him. There might be something here that comes in, and there's some kind of trouble. Like, you're going to have to think of something else. But he's like, well, I'll adapt. He is fit to continue to focus on, I think, fighting his case, doing what he can do while he's in prison. Being more studious. I think he plans on doing a lot of reading and probably law type of seeing what his recourses are. And I think trying to also be in an area that he thinks is less rough. There is movement here for him. And there's two places. There's a choice. I think this might be around sentencing. That feels like he's waiting for a sentencing here. Two of Swords. And the 5. I think it shows that there was no regard for his health emergency that was going on, and that he neglected him. So there are things that he, as an officer, did that I think are just big no-nos. And that's why people are like going, there's going to be a lot of your other police that just like don't want anything to go near him because it's just like radioactive. So shunned. I'm getting he'll also be shunned, but he'll have a certain like ultra right wing, really some of the cranked up weirdos that I don't feel many people who will be heading police during Biden's time and Harris's in office. I think that we're going to see some huge changes, and some people aren't going to like it. But this is definitely, it shows at the end of the day that the cards want to say he was neglectful. He didn't respond appropriately at all, and he didn't help George, who was in distress, and he's supposed to serve and help people like that, not put them in that position. He's not mentally stable. There's some mental health issues with Mr. Chauvin. And I feel like they will be announcing some of this. I just feel like something that was confusing, whatever, will become very clear for him eventually. He's just deluded. He might need medication. I don't know. And that could be what this is. He might end up getting some medication or help. Here's somebody that's going to be recovering. I guess him. He might. This too, he might have people that come after him, definitely, at some point here. And I think it kind of wakes him up out of his bubble. It's another waking moment is what it's showing, because I think it's a little physically violent, maybe. And somebody here is needing recovery. And it might be Chauvin. I'm not sure. Oh, there's the tower. Something very quickly happens. I think he could get jumped sometime when he's in prison. And that'll be at the end, is what it's saying. And it's almost feels like it's an instant karmic kind of thing once he's in prison. So this is getting that Epstein feeling, you know, when I read on Epstein, and a long time ago before, and I felt like that guy's not going to make it through prison. I got this kind of a feeling with him too, just now. Yeah. And there would be a mourning, so they're showing me, yeah, no. I feel like he feels abandoned and great loss. So he's going to be pretty miserable. It was upside down, I'm going to turn it, but yeah, a lot of pressure. So, and he feels trapped, like he's in a hell house. Just a feeling I'm totally getting. I don't know if you guys picking it up, but I am as a reader. It's extensive. He has to try to juggle, learn how to live there, how to respond there properly. It's because it's a different kind of place. This is like a life-changing experience for him. I mean, it's showing me here that it's deepening his awareness of instability in his environment, and just what that's really like, what prison is like. That's what I'm getting. So it's like an eye-opening experience for this man while he's in recovery. I think from being jumped, there's fighting, there is violence. And he's very scared of being, I think, attacked again. He doesn't like having to look over his shoulder. There's this uncertainty that he has to carry with him in the public and out in the prison. He doesn't know who out there is going to try to, I think, take him out. And so he's very scared. He is very scared of, it shows, the populace. I can feel that. Ooh. Okay, these are some things that he's going to keep to himself, or wants to keep to himself. It could be, I feel like he's going to be looking at his secrets. That's interesting. He's going to open the door and look at his secrets. Death. And the Hierophant. An end of a harsh, being a bully. It's an end of that. It's the end of being able to abuse your power and scare people. And death isn't kidding. That's death. And death has a message for him. You're not the one who gets to go around killing people and determining who calls me to take them, that their life would be ended. But that's big stuff, because these are the major arcana. Wow. He's going to have some dialogue going on in his mind, doing some soul searching and reflection. I think because he's got all that water, he might even be receptive through dreams and stuff to get it, but will it be able to get through? I don't know. It shows the message comes and it reveals itself to him. But will he get it? That he's really not, this is what he deserves. He's gonna, I think, probably end up, looks like studying, maybe even philosophy or religion. Who knows? He'll probably become another one of the that's found Jesus. But the law is the law, and you will be held accountable for what you did with judgment, justice and judgment. So I do not see this man. The cards are amazing. It's really amazing. It's amazing reading to me. They're showing me that he's going to get karmically while he's in prison. Some incidents and things, you know, that this is just mind-blowing for him. Mind-blowing. The man's in shock. And he does have some, he better be careful. It looks like somebody, a few times at least, going to come for him. At least one good time. And I think he'll have to have a lengthy recovery. I'll do his afterlife and karma another day, but this was just to see like where he's going from this moment forward, and I went pretty far. My bear over there. So I thank you for watching this video, and if you like it, please make sure that you're subscribed, because sometimes YouTube acts quirky. And thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.